Good evening. My name is Alfred Duncan, and I am the CEO and founder of Black Men Ventures. Since 1619, the African American experience has been marked with great perseverance through slavery, through Jim Crow, and through mass incarceration. And despite our perseverance, a huge racial wealth gap still exists. Now that's where Black Men Venture comes in. See, we exist to create access to professional and financial capital to Black founders to narrow the wealth gap through entrepreneurship. See, we believe in equality through equity. And just like it takes a community to raise a child, we believe it takes a community to raise up a generation of successful Black entrepreneurs. Now, this is where you come in. If you're viewing this, then you are a part of the community I'm speaking of. We will introduce you to 9 dynamic Black male founders and their businesses. They will share with you their business plans and the problems their products and services solve. You can then cast your vote for the founder of your liking by donating with your dollars. Just visit Razorfy.co and create an account and cast your vote. It's that simple. So listen, I know we are mastermind at finding ways to manipulate a system. So you can't vote $1 100 times just to give your person the advantage. So in order for your vote to count, you must donate a minimum of $5. See, the winner of this competition is based on the number of votes and not the amount of money raised. So community-driven, community decision. It's now on you.
My name is Demont Pender, originally born in Queens, New York, and I grew up in the DMV.
Every pitch competition, we will spotlight an artist. The spotlight for today's event is celebrity painter Demont Pender.
Called the curate to the culture. What else? I'm just a cool guy that like to paint. Sometimes I use crayons, pencils, pens, anything I can get my hands onto. I do clothing. I do clothing art. I make portraits out of fabric. So you might see that in my catalog as well.
My name is Udy Gray Jr. I'm the chairman of the Gray Co. And co-founder of House Studios DC with my wife, Davina Thomas. Started out in multimedia and production and kind of expanded into all things content, creative and artistic. And now just a full-time investor and supporting other businesses. And a fun fact about me, I was a professional athlete before I got into any kind of business or real business. And a lot of those skills translated into how I run and operate my businesses.
Brandon Frame, founder of The Black Man Can, focused on creating and amplifying stories of what Black men and boys can do. And since we're doing investing today, something fun fact about me is that in 2013, I got to ring the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange.
Chef Jamoke Jackson. I am the executive chef for Legendary Burger, which is a plant-based burger company based in Washington, D.C. We recently appeared on Shark Tank, got a deal. We're now a nationally distributed plant-based burger. I also run a small boutique catering company in Washington, D.C. called Entree Metropolitan, which I've been operating for about 10 years. I also work as a chef consultant. And a fun fact about me is that I love being a dad. He's a 2-year-old and he's completely changed my life.
Good evening. My name is Ashton Clark, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Ticket Falcon. Ticket Falcon is an online event management and ticketing platform. How many of us have a large family? Well, I do. In fact, my family reunion sees over 300 people every 2 years. That's a large family, isn't it? Well, guess who was put in charge of ticket sales? This guy. And I faced a few problems. Let's discuss a few of them today. One, it was too expensive for our family reunion to use existing platforms in the marketplace. In fact, the fees were often passed to attendees or absorbed by the event organizer, greatly limiting the profitability of our event. Secondly, as event organizer, we'd have to wait weeks until the event ended to receive our payouts from ticket sales. Think about it. Our catering cost alone was over $20,000. We needed our money now because we were self-funded. And finally, if you look at the commercial ticketing platforms, they were focused on large event organizers. But what about the small to medium-sized event organizers? And that's how Ticket Falcon took flight. Ticket Falcon offers cost-effective event management and ticketing solutions that put our organizers and attendees first. In fact, we have a Stripe verified partnership, which means we can offer instant payouts directly to our event organizer Stripe account, mitigating the cash flow challenges that my family reunion experienced earlier. And finally, we help event organizers create, promote, manage, and sell tickets to virtual, in-person, and hybrid events online. So what's the difference? Well, we work directly with event organizers to create the features they need to be successful. Here's our platform. On the left, you see Ticket Falcon. This is our event page that event organizers create. Attendees can go onto this page, learn more about the event, and purchase or RSVP to tickets that they're interested in. On the right, you see our app. This is what the attendee sees when they purchase a ticket. The event organizer can then scan the QR code if it's an in-person event to let the attendee in. Now, what's the opportunity? It's over $14+ billion in terms of global ticketing fees. We focus specifically on the United States, it's $7 billion. And then we focus specifically on small and medium US event organizers, it's $4 billion. This is the target market that we're going after. So us versus them. Who are our competitors? You can see them here. The difference between us and them is that Ticket Falcon offers instant payouts. We offer affordable pricing, and we enable our event organizers to own the attendee data they collect. That's very powerful. And also, there are no contracts or setup fees, and we are laser focused on small to medium-sized event organizers because they matter too. Our revenue model is very simple, 99 cents per ticket plus 2% of the ticket price. Ticket Falcon is also free for free tickets or free events. Now, cost savings, let's look at this example. Let's say you were to sell a $200 ticket on Ticket Falcon. The fees to use our platform are $4.99 per ticket. In comparison to our competitors charging about $8.59 or more. Imagine if you sold 300 $200 tickets on Ticket Falcon, you would save over $1,080 by switching to us. So more about us. We are a proud Black-owned and operated business. We are also certified through the National Minority Supplier Development Council. Now let's take a look at some of our event organizers. They range from the National Black MBA Association to the 100 Black Men of Chicago, Brown Girls Do Invest, Mu Mu Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and Black Travel Alliance, to name a few. So here's a testimonial from one of our event organizers in LA, Black Men Hike LA. They started using Ticket Falcon during COVID-19 because they wanted to keep track of their hikers that were going on the trails with them. And now they exclusively use Ticket Falcon for all of their hikes. So the founders, again, I'm Ashton Clark, and I'm the co-founder and CEO. And this is my identical twin brother, Ryan, who's also the co-founder and CTO. So how will we use the money? Well, one, we want to integrate video and audio streaming capabilities into our platform to create an all-in-one hub for virtual, in-person, and hybrid events. That'll cost $15,000 for us to do. Secondly, we want to enhance our app with the capabilities to fully support hybrid events. This is the future, and this will cost $10,000 for us to do. And finally, we want to create an affiliate program to help our event organizers maximize the ticket sales they have through promotion opportunities through tracking links. And this will cost $5,000 for us to do. So the total ask and cost for us to do this is $30,000. So once again, I want to remind you, this is the power of Ticket Falcon. Don't forget to vote for us. Your vote matters. Vote for Ticket Falcon, and also follow us on all social media channels. Our handle is @TicketFalcon. Once again, I'm Ashton Clark, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Ticket Falcon.
Awesome job, Ashton.
Thank you.
Only question I have, because this is a space I actually live in today. So part of your raise is going to go to video and audio streaming capabilities. Mm-hmm. And you've shown how you compare for like just regular ticket pricing. How do you compare against some of the other video and audio streaming and hybrid companies out there?
Great question. So we're already teeing up a relationship with one of the major providers that also powers some of the other major platforms. So it's really a pay-as-you-go service that will include as part of our ticketing costs. But what typically happens is that these other competitors charge a boatload of money that the smaller to medium-sized event organizers cannot afford. And so where we come in is that we're going to come in a little bit above cost, so we make it affordable for them to use.
Perfect. Let me know when y'all up and running. I'll be there.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man.
I think this is an awesome business. I don't have any questions. I actually had the same question around moving in that place, just because I know that like Cvent is your top of the line when it comes to the streaming and everything else. Even when you look at some of the other platforms, their latency is very real compared to event. So I think that this is something when you get the money and tying that in to be able to be top of the line in terms of the all-in-one. I mean, sky's the limit. So this is awesome. I like it.
Thank you.
It's not a space that I'm very familiar with, but it was an awesome presentation. Sounds like a very solid plan that you have. My question is, even though I'm not familiar with the space too well, is how you plan on getting the word out, your marketing plan for the company in general. You can have a great product and or service, but how do you get it out to the masses? So do you have a broad stroke you can give us on what you plan on doing?
Absolutely. I mean, for us, we're focused on those small and medium-sized event organizers. And so what we learned is that our product speaks for itself. I mean, you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars marketing online and it doesn't work. So you end up wasting your money. So we end up putting our money towards our product and let our event organizers share our product with their audience. So if you think about free events, for instance, that's almost free publicity for us, right? They're spreading it with their audience, letting people know about us. And so we're taking a slow and steady approach. But if you look at the retention of our event organizers, I mean, the same organizers that started with us on day one are still with us today, and it's just growing from there. So we're starting it one day at a time. But, with COVID, it was like our business hit a brick wall. All of our in-person events were canceled, and we had to pivot towards virtual events. So we partnered with other providers like Teams, Zoom, Meet, and so forth. But this is where we're going to go to the next level and have that all-in-one platform where we have the video capabilities, but our platform speaks for itself, and we let our event organizers and attendees spread the word, because a lot of people want to support Black, and that's what we're looking forward to doing.
Excellent.
To vote, visit razorfi.co and select today's event. Enter your donations for the pitches you love and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate, and finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days, and remember, there's a $5 minimum for your vote to count.
Good evening. My name is Yamin, co-founder of Wholebody. We are a health and wellness tech company using digital assets to innovate the fitness and wellness industry. Do you know what the world-leading cause of death is? Heart disease. Heart disease is responsible for 1/3 of the world's death toll. In America alone, one person dies every 36 seconds. This is primarily attributed to lifestyle-related diseases and lack of physical activity. I'm a former Division I football player who has been diagnosed with cardiomyopathy, which is a rare heart condition. My doctor instructed me to eat well, exercise, to keep your stress levels low. Easier said than done, as I quickly discovered the mounting cost and time commitment required to living a healthier lifestyle. The commitment to working out began to just overwhelm me, and I knew there had to be a better way. So upon further research, my co-founder Quincy and I discovered that cost and time were important concerns and considerations for people seeking a healthier lifestyle, and no convenient way exists to solve both. So together, we decided to tackle this problem. We created a health and wellness platform called Wholebody that is compatible for Apple, Android, as well as compatible for wearable technology that saves people time and money on their health, fitness, and wellness journey. As a user, Wholebody saves you money by converting your calories, steps, and physical activity into spendable digital currency, as well as for on the business side, we believe in strong community and local businesses. So together, we improve their discovery as well as their footprint. How Wholebody works is much like setting up your Apple Music playlist and Spotify artist playlist. You select lifestyle habits based on your interests, likes, and things that you dislike as well. You complete workouts based on duration, location, and on other fitness auxiliary apps. So if you enjoy your Peloton bike rides or runs with Nike, you can still reap the rewards and benefits of Wholebody. You may also earn currency by joining fitness meetup groups that are curated by our community members, as well as checking in at local fitness facilities, much like using Yelp to check in at a restaurant. All that currency adds up into your digital wallet that empowers you to purchase goods, services, and local experiences in our marketplace. Now, when I speak about marketplace, I want to put you in the mindset of Groupon. Imagine everything from the travel, wellness, health, beauty, and local experiences tabs, curated all for the wellness and fitness community. The market that we sit in is at the intersection of two booming industries, being health and fitness as well as fintech. How we generate revenue is based on commission and purchases in our marketplace, as well as a freemium tier subscription ranging from free to $11.99. Our goal is to generate $200 million of revenue by the year of 2026 by capturing 6% of the addressable market. From a competitive analysis, we are literally the brainchild of some of your favorite fitness apps, fitness complementary technologies, activity currency, and discount sites, essentially creating an entirely new category within the fitness and wellness industry. Our go-to market strategy consists of a sweat local, earn local approach, where we partner with local fitness facilities. We've created strategic partnerships with local city government, college universities, local business, and foundations, as well as curate our own in-house events. To date, we are seeking $230,000 in seed investment for 18 months of financing. We recently launched our beta app as of February 27th with a little over 1,000 registered users, 28 vendors. So it is time to take your sweat equity, turn it into real currency, because finally being active pays.
Got it. That was dope. So you guys are already live, you said, with 28 vendors and 1,000 users?
Correct. Yep. As of February 27th, we launched our beta app.
Awesome. So you guys are already on the Apple and the Android store?
We're in closed beta, so we're on a test flight.
Got it. Okay, cool. And then what's the timeline to go like live to the public?
Yeah. So right now we're gathering a lot of beta data to make sure that our product market fit is valuable and that we've identified our exact customer of how we want to appease them and reach them. So right now it's still identifying the product market fit. Our goal would be probably Q3 to go live as far as Apple and Android.
Cool. All right. Awesome. And good job too. So
I think this is really interesting as somebody who's on that is into fitness myself. I wasn't. If you could explain a little more what you mean by the digital currency. So like I'm a little confused though. I pay to have the app, and then like I'm converting calories. So I do the treadmill, I burn 500 calories. That's 500 points, and then I get to spend it somewhere. That was a little confusing to me.
Yeah, so the calories we have an algorithm that we built to where the calories calculate to a certain formula to generate the digital currency. The digital currency is then accessible and usable in your digital wallet to purchase products, goods, and services either at a discounted rate, depending on the negotiation with us and the vendor, or as purchases towards a full price. So let's just say if it's $30 for a shirt and you've earned $25 worth of digital currency, then you will only come out of pocket $5.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff. I'm in favor of anything that promotes health, wellness. So I always want to wish people luck in those industries. My one question is, I do know you're still gathering data, but how is the usage with you said 1,000 people that you've gotten so far? How many are actually using it, or what percentage are actually using it and seemingly finding it useful for them?
Yeah, so the way we've done it, the way we did it is we're staggering all of our users in just to where we don't crash the system, right? 'Cause we went from into AWS, so we don't want to overload the system with a lot of calls. To date, what we found is that a lot of people really engage with the local community aspect of it. So finding the rewards, the workout piece is, it's self-explanatory, right? You work out, you earn the rewards, but it seems like where we can track where clicking is happening at is really happening in the marketplace. As well as on our home feed, where there's a lot of data and content there for people to engage with. So it's all content that we curate in-house as well. So the usage has really been impressive for the first, 33 days. And it's only trending up as we bring more users onto the platform.
Good stuff.
To vote, visit raiseafire.co and select today's event. Enter your donations for the pitches you love and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate. And finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days. And remember, there's a $5 minimum for your vote to count.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Pedro Moore, co-founder of Fund and Fuel, fractional investor in your franchise. Question for you. What if you had an investment portfolio similar to Shaq, who owns several Auntie 5 Guys, 24 Hour Fitness, gyms, and even a Krispy Kreme? Probably cost him over $100 million. I know I personally would love that. See, the issue is I hate not being rich, not because of the Rolls Royce or the Bentley, but because of lack of access to opportunities. The franchise industry is a booming industry attracting major private equity investors. But historically, to invest in these type of opportunities, you have to have Shaq money or LeBron or even Rick Ross money, or be a large private equity investor. Every year, 1 to 2 million people reach out to try to open up their franchise, but only 1% ever do, while the 90% don't financially qualify. Until now, you too can have a similar portfolio as Shaq, but for far less money. In our online marketplace, you'll be able to invest passively into various franchise opportunities and earn passive income. The process is simple. You create an online investor account where you have a chance to view the details of the investment, link your bank account, submit your payment, and even sign the legal documents online, and then even track your portfolio performance. Our marketing strategy is to become a thought leader in this space of franchise investing. We already have the first page of equity crowdfunding in franchise on Google, even the first page for directory of Black-owned franchises. And we do a lot of content educating folks about investing in general. Traction to date, we have a wait list of over 500 interested investors valued over $800,000. We closed our first deal where we matched an investor to a franchise deal, and we currently have 2 syndicated opportunities with a franchisor and a franchisee opportunity as we speak. Our next step after that will be to get our platform approved by FINRA and FTC. We make money simply by 2 ways: percentage of capital raised and percentage of repayment. Our competitive advantage is the fact that we exclusively focus on franchise opportunities, allowing accredited and non-accredited investors to invest in these opportunities. The team consists of myself, serial entrepreneur, former venture capitalist, as well as a venture advisor to several investors, including Damon John of Shark Tank, a co-founder, Akash, is analysis at Zillow, worked at several startups, as well as grew up in the family franchising. His family owns several franchises. Prim is our lead software developer, and our mentor is Charlie Chase, who has 30 years of experience in the franchise industry, was a franchisor himself and sold it, and currently is the CEO of First Service Brand. Our ask is for $38,000, majority going to legal costs to actually be able to get our SEC approval and FINRA approval, and then the remaining balance is to help with our technology support. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity. Any questions or comments or feedback? Thank you.
Nice. Well done, by the way, and something I would have never thought about. We use Fundrise, so I'm definitely familiar in the space. What's your prospect? Like, what do you feel is going to happen timeline-wise as far as getting all the legal in place, especially with the FCC?
Yeah, it's probably going to take about 3 months, we estimate, the length of time.
Okay.
To get that
so if you're funded today, you feel like by Q4 you'd be able to open to the public?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Nice.
All right, I love this. I think this is a wonderful idea. As somebody who, I'm into the kind of like, Webull and Robinhood and everything like that. So to have an opportunity to invest in franchises, I like this. I think I would say, wow, never something I would have thought of, like, to be able to do that. So, to be able to do this specifically. So this is really cool. It's innovative. It's different. I like it. I like it a lot.
We appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I love the idea. You took my one question, which was about jumping the legal hurdles ahead of you, and you seem to give a pretty good answer for that. Beyond that, I have 0 questions. I love the idea.
Yeah, so the inspiration for tonight is it's an image, it's an iconic image from 1915. That's this right here. It looks like a prominent Black family on Black Wall Street. I want to keep it simple. I just want to take this legendary photo and put my twist on it, and hopefully that by me adding the colors that I add to it, it'll translate to today's time Whereas today's people could look at my painting and then it draws them back to the original picture, which was taken in 1915. Lula Williams and her husband John and their son W.D. Williams in 1915. Tulsa Historical Society. So that's the history behind that, and that's what I want to capture.
Hi, my name is Michael Lloyd. I'm the founder and lead food scientist of a startup that makes superfood product called Num Num Sauce. Hey, did you know that tomatoes are a superfood that contains red and orange antioxidants that can protect our bodies from harm? Did you know that 12 million tons of processed tomatoes are consumed every year in the U.S., and each person consumes an average of 71 pounds? Mostly is ketchup, barbecue sauce, and pizza sauce. Now, out of those 24 billion pounds consumed, why don't we consider processed tomato products healthy or a superfood? I'll tell you why. Because the sodium's too high. The salt's too high in everything, which is partially why, according to the CDC, 1/3 of Americans have high blood pressure or are pre-hypertensive, which leads to over 1 million people in the U.S. having cardiovascular disease, like my 88-year-old grandpa. Well, I decided to do something about it. So I developed a technology that lowers salt in condiments by 75 to 90% without taking away the great taste and flavor. We use a flavor capacitor flux algorithm technology to mimic sodium and fat flavor to produce healthy superfood condiments that we sell in specialty stores like Whole Foods Market. So to date, we sold over 350,000 units, totaling over 2 million in gross sales. So that's over the course of a 12-year period. This unicorn technology exponentially enhances the value of superfood tomatoes, enabling processed tomatoes to be used to improve malnutrition. So num num means good to you and good for you. Now, to a country boy like me, it's a taste of a hidden country secret and the moonshine of sauces. You know, the type of product that makes Southerners smile with friendly smiles of joy. But it's super healthy, and we have the data that shows it can improve pro-inflammatory diseases. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to crack this $20 billion industry? Well, we got a ground game and an air attack game. So for our air attack game, we're going to have an online media mix that'll use digital first, programmatic, and social media strategy, supplemented by offline print and broadcast platforms. We will utilize traditional community and social influencers, as well as earned, owned, and paid media across all platforms. So that's the air attack. Now, the ground game, we're going to use mobile point of sale food trailers that's going to generate $1 million per food trailer. And then we have a local farmers market point of sale that's going to use Black women entrepreneurship empowerment movement, similar to Madam C.J. Walker's hair care products. And then we have an entrepreneurship training program for HBCU schools as an incubator. And we're going to train our youth on sales, marketing, distribution, supply chain management, and also manufacturing and bioprocessing. So how are we going to do this? This is the team. This is Jermaine Higgins and Brian Gaines. Both of these guys work together at Yum Brands and for NASCAR on multi-million-dollar projects. Jermaine is a Tennessee State graduate and Clark Atlanta graduate. Brian is a University of Louisville graduate, and he played ball for Louisville. Actually, me and him went to high school together, and he got his master's from Albany State. So what we're looking to do, we're looking to scale and disrupt the market, and in the process, bring tomato processing to the South. We have a chance to be a dominant consumer packaged goods brand, just like Kraft and just like Beyond Meats. So we're looking to scale. We're looking to raise $5 million to scale our inventory and conduct our marketing strategies. And we're going to do an initial public offering in 5 years through a SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company. So I'd like to answer any questions you have. Thank you for your time.
Jamal, you want to go first? I feel like this is your arena.
I mean, I have a bunch of questions, to be honest with you. I'm trying to pick the most, what I think would be the most important question. Off of the 2 million revenue that you generated, what was your profit margin on that?
Gross profit margin is 73% to 81%.
So your profit margin off of that 2 million was Was 71%?
No. So that's our gross profit margin. So what we did was we profited about 20%, but we went and turned it around and put the resources back in the infrastructure. So with this type of technology, you don't want to use co-packers. You want to do your own manufacturing and control your supply chain in a vertically integrated way. So whenever we've turned a profit, we reinvested it back in the infrastructure, because there are three things you need in this type of business to be successful. You need innovation, which is better or cheaper. You need cash flow, and you need infrastructure. So when we were able to pull cash and turn a profit, we reinvested it back in the infrastructure. So we have a 5,000 square foot manufacturing facility that I built in Atlanta, Georgia, that can produce 50,000 units per week at max capacity.
Okay. So your net was 20%, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So your plan is to build your own manufacturing facilities on East Coast, West Coast, or one single central place, or both coasts, or
okay.
Cost cross country.
No. So we've already built a manufacturing facility in Atlanta, Georgia. So we have the production capacity. We just need the inventory. Yes, we just need the capital for the inventory. So we also are with the national distributor, United Natural Foods. They're the largest distributor of healthy food. So we have those relationships that we can get in any store as a healthy alternative product. And Whole Foods wants to take us national, but we need the inventory and the sales and marketing to be able to hit the ground running. Because in the food, consumer packaged goods, foods industry, it's similar to the music industry. Once people see what you're doing, they're going to try to copy. So you have to move fast and get your customers onto your brand and gain customer loyalty. And we can do that because our products are healthier, better, and we have the educational knowledge to improve consumers' health through dietary consumption. So ultimately, we're looking to evolve the application of condiments from flavor enhancement product to nutrient delivery vehicles. So this is the next level innovation in our category.
Gotcha. I want to let somebody else ask questions. I can ask questions forever, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think you asked all the questions, so I'm just gonna give a comment. I need to get some num sauce. I loved your energy in the presentation. I like the air attack with the ground game. You know, just different aspects to your pitch. And I love that you are seeking to be vertically integrated. That's awesome, and definitely a goal for a lot of people. So to even think about that and to be reinvesting that money back into the infrastructure, so that now you just need capital for inventory. I think that's awesome. And that's already building, the net worth of the company to be built in that way. So that's awesome.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We're in it for the long haul, man, because we don't get chances like this often to get ahead of the innovation. So we have to hit it hard, hit it fast. And also we've developed another technology on the ingredient side. So that's why we can bring tomato processing to the South and take market share from over in California, because all the tomatoes are processed in California now. So, but the higher volume is over on the East Coast in terms of market. So we're saving money just by processing tomatoes on this side. And also we're giving an opportunity to our Black farmers to grow our tomatoes, and we process them and we control the whole supply chain. And what we don't produce is num sauce or these various sauces we can sell to the market as ingredients, but a more healthier, bioavailable antioxidant ingredient.
Love it. I don't know if that's time, because I just in time, but if you.
Nah, I love it. My only comment, I feel like you should include the fact that you built a facility and where the capital is going. Because when you, and I'm glad Jamal asked those questions, when you said that, it made a lot more sense for me. So I pray you see it through, because it's really impressive.
To vote, visit raisefad.co and select today's event. Enter your donations for the pitches you love and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate. And finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days. And remember, there's a $5 minimum for your vote to count.
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Desmond Wiggin. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Battery Exchange. Battery Exchange is a rental platform connecting people, businesses, and communities to things that matter to them most. I want you to picture yourself as an African-American man in the middle of Asia, specifically China. You don't speak the language. You don't have any connectivity because your cell phone is completely dead. This is a situation that me and my co-founder, Aubrey Yaboa, found ourselves in about 2 years ago. And it was through that worry and lack of connection that we decided to create a more convenient way for individuals to charge their cell phone while they're on the go. We came back to the States and we saw that businesses were offering terrible solutions, but they were paying top dollar for it. You look at the locker boxes, the charging stations, these solutions are out there, but they're still inconvenient and there's no additional value for the business itself. So we created an ecosystem of kiosk machines where individuals can rent on-demand portable batteries and businesses can interact and engage with their customers. So you see the scooters, you see the bikes within your community. It's just like that, just a different product. The way ours work is you download our mobile application, then you're able to locate one of our kiosk machines and you scan the QR code, create a profile, and you get access to one of our portable batteries. These portable batteries are compatible with Lightning, Type-C, micro USB cables. Then you charge your device and then you have up to 4 hours to keep the portable battery and then you can return it to any kiosk machine that's more convenient for you. Businesses also utilize our digital screen to share any type of content, information, pictures, and videos with their customers. And then we also have the opportunity for third parties to advertise on our digital screens as well. This is how we get paid. Businesses can purchase our kiosk machine or they can lease to own. Think about the many businesses, small businesses, events, conference centers that we could partner with. This is a $350 billion global market. Then in the out-of-home advertising industry, this is a $25 billion market opportunity. Right now, it's currently free for the end user, but we want to bring in premium subscription as we build our user base. And just a quick fact, there's over 300 million cell phone users in the US and only 15% of those individuals consistently carry a spare charger outside of their homes. We launched in 2021. We're off to a great start. We're looking to have 80 kiosk machines placed in this first year alone. And based on our right now, our traction and our data, we're looking to hit 120,000 users and $250,000 in our first year. We're intentional on exposing our community as we grow our company. We understand that there's not a lot of African Americans that are in our space. So we've created internship opportunities at several HBCUs, and we have a mentorship opportunity with several high schools. We also raised a successful crowdfunding raising $115,000 from our community, and 85% of those individuals look like you and I. This is where we're at. We're raising $500,000. 25% of that is already committed. What we're going to do with these funds is build new kiosk machines to put into the market, build out our runway for up to 12 months, build additional iterations of our technology, and then we have a legal and an IP strategy that we'll like to fund. And this is Battery Exchange, and I'm looking forward to answering the questions that the judges may have.
Where did you get them placed, and how did you get them placed?
Gotcha. So pre-COVID, we had a B2C model where we were in the event space, and a lot of our demographics were individuals between 25 and 35. So with this B2B model, we decided to look at the spaces that they work, play, and spend a lot of their time. So we launched in some bars and restaurants, some restaurant halls, and some co-working spaces. The way we did that is relationships. We have relationships with several hospitality groups that pretty much manage like 10 to 20 of these locations. So that's some of the spaces that we're currently working on. And we're also working on convention centers, ballparks, stadiums, and a few arenas as well.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on, Desmond? So I'm a fan. So I love this. I love the idea I like the growth because I remember, at the beginning and just launching the different kiosks. So like this B2B, and I'm like, when you're talking arenas, that's where I was already thinking. I'm like, oh, this can go into this. It's almost like it's like vending machines, right? Like there's so many different places this can just sit, and then with the user base premium subscription, I see the vision, and I love it, and I continue to support as I have since the beginning. So this is awesome.
I appreciate that, and there's a lot more in store, and we feel like this is going to be a really, really big year for us, to be honest.
Awesome idea, well presented. I did have one question about the machine itself, like how much it costs to produce it, and then currently, and then if you have any plans for with mass production, can you bring the cost down at all? So where are you with that?
Very good question. So I'll just talk to you about like our largest machine. This is our Hercules machine. So this is about $1,200 our cost, and we're selling it for $29.99. So about 42% gross margin. And with my experience on the international level, I actually landed with my co-founder an exclusivity with our manufacturing partners. So we already get these at a pretty decent price. And as we continue to scale, and that's why we're raising these funds, we can even have lower pricing as we continue to wholesale this out.
Good stuff. That was my biggest question. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Good stuff, man.
To vote, visit razorfire.co and select today's event. Enter your donations for the pitches you love and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate. And finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days. And remember, there's a $5 minimum for your vote to count.
Hey everybody, my name's Lawson Gao. I'm the founder of The Cannon, and we're delighted to be partnered with Black Men Ventures. The Cannon is a community of entrepreneurs and startups, and we're thrilled to extend free membership to that community to the winners of this pitch competition. Additionally, we're offering a discounted membership to our digital platform to the entire Black Men Ventures community. Thanks everybody, and good luck.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Marquise Norton. I'm the founder and CEO of Norton Therapeutic Solutions. We're a mental health agency servicing Newport News, Virginia, and surrounding areas. Feel free to check out the website at drnortontherapy.com. Before I get into the business, just to give you guys some context on myself, I'm raised in the northeastern section of the Bronx, New York. My environment was plagued with violent deaths, substance abuse, and gang violence. As a youngster, I really told myself I wanted to be a change agent in the community. As I pursued my degrees, I realized that there weren't a lot of practitioners of color, and this really is what fueled the mission for Norton Therapeutic Solutions. We're a culturally competent mental health agency that's using innovation to normalize mental health experiences. Before I get into the framework, just to give you guys some statistics. So we're spending about $210 billion annually just to treat depression, not substance abuse, not anxiety, only depression. As we all know, due to COVID-19, adverse mental health experiences have skyrocketed. Talk about our culture. Trauma exposure is high in African Americans who live in stressful environments. Growing up in the inner city, I realized that our community, we're dealing with a lot of trauma. As present in the news media, police violence, and things of that nature. And the American Psychological Association has found that there are only 2% of African-American providers. And in 2015, only 4% of psychologists in the United States workforce. So there's an issue with availability of therapists, but specifically with availability of therapists who are culturally competent. Our mission is to truly help individuals live a more fulfilling life by achieving their desired goals. And we strive to change the perception of mental health and provide culturally competent treatment. Currently, we offer outpatient therapy, both in person and virtually. And one thing that makes us unique is the clinical supervision component. Me, with a PhD, I'm able to train pre-licensed clinicians to ensure that they are really culturally competent and giving our community what it deserves. We also offer group therapy and wellness workshops to help students adjust to COVID-19. To give you guys some traction as to where the business has been, so the yellow line represents fiscal year 19. We were founded November 8th, 2019. So that was mostly investment. The blue line represents 2020, in which it was myself and another provider. And we were able to bring in 67,000 last year. And this year we have five providers and a total of 9 staff. And during this first quarter, which just ended, we brought in 38,000. So we're projected to bring in 145,000 this year. This is the team of culturally competent clinicians. As you see, we have a variety of different cultures, but definitely touching the community where we need to. Some innovation. So TikTok, 134,000 followers. Instagram, 23,000 followers. And we've been featured in Yahoo News, CNN, Cosmopolitan for our innovation when it comes to educating on mental health. So I'll ask, what we're asking for, we're asking you to vote so we can provide more culturally competent services outside the state. We want to onboard more clinicians, ensure we have quality assurance, and continue our innovation. So we want you to vote if you believe our community can benefit from adequate access to mental health, and be sure to follow us on social media at drnortontherapy.com.
Cool. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
I guess my question is, so as a business, you make money from clients, I guess clients and insurance, and then also are the people who you're training paying you for those training classes?
Yeah, so supervision, it's a 2-part. One part is when they receive individual and group supervision. So that rate is $50 an hour. And then providers, so I can have pre-licensed clinicians see clients, and that's a split situation. But to answer your first question, yes, it's an insurance revenue model. So insurance payments as well as copays.
Got it. And then let me clarify. So insurance, copays, and then for the people who you're doing the split with, do you charge them to teach them so that they're licensed or so that they can provide service?
So if they're not seeing clients at Norton Therapeutic Solutions, it's a flat rate. If they are seeing clients, the supervision is incorporated to their split.
Got it. Okay. Awesome.
Awesome business. How do you I kind of with the money piece, what is the business here? How much in terms of the whole market do you see your growth? Do you see yourself just staying in Virginia? Is this something that can expand? Is this scalable?
Oh, for sure. With our interaction with social media, we receive a ton of requests outside of Virginia, which is why we're asking for the money. Because if we're able to receive more funds, we could be licensed in different states. So, Virginia, DC, Maryland, unfortunately, they're different jurisdictions. So as of right now, we're limited to only Virginia, but the scalable part, especially with virtual telehealth, we can provide these services to whichever states we're licensed in.
Good stuff. Brandon literally took the question I was going to ask was how do you scale it? Because that was going to be my number one question is what you saw on a broader standpoint. So
yeah. So, and to speak transparently, our community, from the feedback I've received, me as a Black therapist, a lot of people are connecting. I use TikTok, which has hip hop and some funny dances and things like that. But our community is going through a lot of trauma, and just to be able to have that safe platform to work on adequate coping skills, it seems like we really need. So, like I said, scaling, moving to other states is really the goal, and that's what we hope to do.
So yeah, we're about 75% done. I learned about paintings as I'm doing them, and I learned about my paintings through the eyes of other people too. But this particular painting that I'm doing, as I'm creating this piece, I'm actually wondering, like, hey, what was life like back then? You know, like, what was life like? Like, it looks like, oh, he's driving. Okay, he's driving on the opposite side. So the steering wheel is made on the opposite side, like the foreign countries, like Jamaica and stuff like that. So that's how it was here, I'm assuming. And I'm looking at the structure of the car, like the tires. They're like bicycle tires, man. Got the drugstore, tobacco. So that's probably like CVS back then. I see printing right here. That's probably like the Kinko's. But you know, these times, you know, a family like that wasn't supposed to have a vehicle or be successful. But the truth is, there was a lot of them like that until, unfortunately, you know, it got destroyed. But like everything else, you know, we bounce back and keep it going. So I'm just trying to keep the torch lit with the art and keep it going. But I just want to share with you all where we at with it. I guess we're about 80% at this moment. I'm doing a lot of loose paintings or a lot of loose strokes. And I'm playing off the fact that the brush still has water on it. So I'm mixing my acrylic style along with my watercolor style. And it's real loose. As you see, I don't stay in the lines, but then I get real clean with lines here. So it's a play on contrast.
Hi, I'm Jason Warner, the Chief Vision Officer and founder of the Only Vision Academy. We have a problem. The old path to learning success is no longer working. The people who are teaching it have not done it in real life, and the people who do it in real life are not qualified to do it. I used to go back to my alma mater, Florida A&M University, every year and teach a marketing and PR crash course to the students that were about to graduate because they needed some real world experience. How many of you all have a resume? All of us. And it's littered with your experience. How many of y'all have an Aunt Sally Mae? Most of us, $1.7 trillion in debt. We believe that lived experience should be shared to the world, and we created a solution for it. The Own the Vision Academy. The Own the Vision Academy is an online course creation community built for the everyday person to create, to earn, and to learn, all passively. We made our platform so easy that if you can use Word, send an email, or copy and paste a share link, you can put content, your video courses on our platform, and you can even track and earn. So the market for online learning is about $280 billion projected by 2023. There are more than 3.5 billion Google searches a day. That means that people are looking for information. And there are more than 200 million adults in the US that don't have a college degree, but have lived experience they can share every single day. This is how we compare. We're the cheapest in the market. We provide community support, and we focus on lived experience. And we're the only Black company in this space. How we make money? We charge a $15 a month technology fee. We have a revenue share. We have an instructor referral program, and we have partnerships with corporations and industries. We grow through collaborations, our advertisements, and our OTVA partner program. Our team is built with some amazing folks that have touched all of these brands and more. We've been featured in Ebony, Huffington Post, and Young Black Entrepreneur magazine. And our ask is $500,000 to grow to 5,000 instructors this year. So our projected revenue of $1.98 million. Black Men's Venture family, we're asking for your support, your vote for the OTV Academy. Thank you.
Very nice. It's funny, we're actually building out a course right now, so we might be one of your teachers. I guess my only question, just so I'm clear, you said one of your revenue streams was a revenue share, and then a referral program. What's the referral program?
So the referral program, if you're an instructor on our platform, unlike our other competitors, you can refer other people's courses and earn on that. So it's basically inside marketing. So it's for the instructor, but also for us as a platform. And then our revenue share, if you're just an instructor on our platform, we do a 50-50 base share. If you share your course through our dashboard that we've created for you with your unique URL, you get an additional 20% of the revenue, and you get to set your price. Unlike the competitors, we support you with a community base. We hold your hand through the process to help you build your course, to market your course. But at the same time, you benefit from other people sharing your courses. You benefit from the cross-branding of the community.
Got it. And then just last question, because the $15 a month fee is for the instructor, not the person taking it, right?
That's just for the instructor.
Got it. And then the person that's taking it, because the instructor sets the price, if it's $10,
right.
$5.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Good luck.
Thank you.
Definitely, this is really cool. I think there's definitely a whole thing now. People creating courses, and you see the influencers online saying, I made $1 million. I got 500 people pay me $250. So, who's your target market to be a part of this?
So that's the great part about it, right? It's a community for everyone. Everyone that has a lived experience to share, right? And it's not just what you do for a living. I have a blended family. My wife and I, we have 4 children. People want to know how to navigate a blended family. People want to know how to start an amazing vegan burger company. People want to know how to navigate from sports into entrepreneurship. People want to know how to build a 600,000 user base community online. So any and everyone. And one of the other things that we say, you have to get to a magic number to monetize on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. You can monetize today right here on the OTV Academy platform.
Got it. All right.
It's good stuff. I'm in a similar place that I'm building out a series of courses and was approached by Teachable recently, been courting me. So it's very interesting to me. In terms of how the platform performs, how does it compare to your other competitors?
So the great part about it, learning management is not just a new technology. What we did was combine not only the learning management platform, but we also gave you the marketing tools and the resources to help build your courses and share your courses. We're stable. We have dedicated servers. We have redundancy. We're the real deal. We've been in about 4 years of research and development to get to this point. We're just excited, and we would love for everyone to try out our platform. If you email us at info@otvacademy.com, we're going to give you a free ebook to show you how to develop your courses, and we'll give you 1 month free.
To vote, visit raisefire.co and select today's event. Enter your donations for the pitches you love and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate. And finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days. And remember, there's a $5 minimum for your vote to count.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Jalal A. Hayes, founder of Elite Energy, where we provide clean power while empowering communities. And the reason why I started this particular company is because living in Delaware for the past 4 years, I realized there is a big RV market. And this RV market contributes to things such as concerts, NASCAR events, homecomings, and so much more. But there's a problem. It's also contributing to this thing we see as pollution, which is very bad when we're talking about the climate change that we're dealing with right now. Not only that, it's also very noisy. It can be heavy to the average person, and also is not environmentally friendly, meaning that it's giving carbon emissions because of its gas power. But hey, we here at Elite Energy, we providing this solution. We're providing a generator that is not only quiet, is lightweight, but is also environmentally friendly. And what do I mean by that? Well, just like any generator, you can charge it for about 2 hours. and then be ready to go. You turn it on for use, plug up, use whatever you need to use for the great outdoors. Once it's done, you can turn it off and then unplug it for later use. But here's the specs I want to show you. It's very quiet. It's about less than 100 pounds. And not only that, it uses green energy that is proprietary and uses sustainable materials rather than these gas and poisonous batteries that you see out now. So the market opportunity is about 114 billion RV market, but we propose to get a market share of 150 million in the 3 to 5 years. How? We have a 2-phase market strategy. Phase 1, we're going to sublicense our technology to RV manufacturers. And then phase 2, we're going to build with the community. That's the empowerment piece, to build a generator that gives, and then sell it to the end user, which is a camper or mobile home user. The business model for our generator sales, we're going to do 2 direct channels. We're going to do a automated and impersonal, which you sell on the website, as well as a personal and product demo, which you'll show at conferences, universities. It's also trade shows to make sure that we touch our customer, which are mainly the campers and as well as the green community. The traction that we have so far, we interviewed about 300 potential customers. Half of those, we got emails for the quarterly newsletter, which we will launch this month. And then just this past week, we got government interest in our technology as well. So how can you help? We asking about $50,000 for manufacturing instruments, as well as just access to experts. And the team members that are leading this, myself, I have about 10 years of clean energy experience, and as well as own the technology, as well as my co-owner who has industry partners as well. So if you want to learn more, contact me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. How much does it cost?
So the proposed price point we have about now is about $1,200. And that will cover the cost not only to acquire the customer, but also keep the company running.
Cool.
I think this is pretty dope. It's like, I'm just loving this whole experience because you see, the spaces and places that Black men walk in. We talk about climate change and it's Black men, creating stuff to impact that, right? And that's important. It's important for us to know that. I think this is really, really dope. I had the question around the cost. I think your strategy sounds weird. I'm wondering, is there really is the goal, or what do you feel best about? Like just fully licensing, right? As this evolves, like, what we can create and license. Is there more money in the licensing, right? And having that patent and just selling that, or is it creating the, Elite Energy as a company and you're selling units and no licensing, but maybe to be acquired as a company?
So the plan that we have is like I said, is 2 phases. So the licensing, yes, there's money in that, and we could get that through our industry partners. But the whole social enterprise with the power of community, that's where we're building the product. So building the product for the generator and selling it that way, although we may not make a lot of money that way, that is where we're training, particularly HBCUs. I'm working with my alma mater, Delaware State University, to actually just teach people how to take something that is in a lab and bring it out into the market. So that's why we're doing that, building out the generator to bring that out. But the licensing piece, of course, it'll make us more money and get us faster into the market.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
That's excellent. It's not a space that I'm very familiar with, so I actually don't have any questions for you, but it sounds like a pretty solid idea.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
To vote, visit raisefire.co and select today's event. Enter your donations for the pitches you love and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate. And finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days. And remember, there's a $5 minimum for your vote to count.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jamal Grace, and I am the owner and founder of Grace Love Candle Co. Our origin story is relatively simple. It's pinged by a happy wife, happy life. We went through a lot of hardships in our lives and things that often cause ourselves to find better versions of ourselves through a lot of prayer and meditation. And a huge component of that was actually the use of candles and scents associated with certain memories that get triggered within inside of you via aromatherapy. We are a home fragrances boutique based out of Virginia.
Statistics show that 1 in 6 people will suffer from a common mental health issue such as anxiety, feelings of depression, and stress on a weekly basis. And we often know that things like stress can lead to bigger issues that manifest in more like physical health issues. So what we solve for here is actually promoting mental health through fragrances and better aesthetics in your households. By introducing these suits or these scents and these combination of different fragrance notes, you get to actually control the energy that's happening within your space, as well as impact the neurons happening psychologically as well. These candles will emit scents that create specific feelings within your mind and your body. The market share, particularly for this one, this market is estimated to be at $6.1 billion approximately by 2026. Primarily focusing, a lot of candle companies have had paraffin wax candles. Now with us actually shifting towards being more conscious, driven by COVID, we have candles that are 100% soy wax, that are made from 100% cotton with no types of any types of zincs or metals associated with it. So what you're getting with this, outside of actually having high quality fragrances, is something you can actually burn in your space without having to worry about what you're inhaling and the chemicals that can go inside of you. I personally have twins, and that was a very, very big important thing for us. The type of products that we offer are candles, wax melts, room sprays, and reed diffusers. This is our entire brand identity. Our pricing structure is based at a 50% profit margin, where we also take routes of wholesale, our own retail personal space, as well as private labeling. And this will allow us to hopefully effectively scale and grow our business as we try and expand our brand nationally as well. Our current status to date, since we launched in July of last year, we've managed to do $40,000 in sales revenue while maintaining 5-star ratings via both Google and Facebook, as well as our wholesale platforms. We've established systems in place that will help us grow and scale to manage our inventory, as well as our supply chain management systems. We're sold domestically within the United States within 20 stores, and we have delivered products to more than half of the United States, including U.S. territories such as Puerto Rico and the Bahamas. Our investment ask today is that we're seeking $50,000 to actually grow our platform and expand nationally. Primarily, what we're wanting to do is become one of the national lifestyle brands in the home goods space that is actually minority-led. This isn't something that you actually see happening in today's space. These funds will actually help us hire account executives, grow our retail accounts nationally, increase our production and inventory, as well as buying things in bulk, which will help our cost savings, enhance our market strategies, as well as establishing a training or effective training program as we continue to grow and expand our staff. Currently, our team consists of over 30 years of experience as it relates to project management, risk management, as well as information technology and marketing. All of us here actually have very sound backgrounds working for Fortune 500 companies where we've learned the ins and outs of how enterprises actually work. And we're actually wanting to take these things and apply it for ourselves now and the future generations to come, which is one of our foundational pillars and elements that we actually give back to minority education through monetary donations as well as mentoring opportunities. Because we acknowledge the fact that with most of us either being first generation Americans or minorities who may not have had the opportunity to go to colleges, we want to instill that within our youth to come and make sure that we're doing our part. So if you'd like to stay in touch and if you'd like to vote for us, we hope that you can support our lifestyle brand. You can follow us at Grace Love Candles on both Facebook and Instagram, as well as sending us an email. Thank you all so much for your time.
That was awesome. I'm pretty sure it's $6 billion. My wife spends an absurd amount of money on candles every week, not even monthly.
Sir, I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
I really don't have any questions. I guess I got a suggestion or a comment.
Okay.
Just because I love that you said mental health through fragrances and sense triggering like thoughts and feelings. You should match sounds with your fragrances so that when people buy the candle, they have options to like play 30 minutes, 1 hour worth of sounds that help trigger those.
Okay. I like that actually. I like that a lot.
That's a freebie. When you're a billionaire, just make sure I get candles for my wife so I can save some money.
Sir, consider it a deal here and now on this day.
Nah, good luck. I love it. Great presentation. No
Thank
question.
you, sir. I appreciate it.
Man, listen, I in the pandemic. So before the pandemic happened, I was definitely like a Glade plugin guy. I'm just keeping it 100. I was.
Yep.
And then I had got candles from speaking engagements and gift bags and all that. So I start burning candles. I'm like, yo, this candle life, man. I tweeted it and I was like, man, why nobody told me about the candle life?
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Like it's a whole entire mood for you.
So I'm a fan. I love it. You already have revenue. You want to grow. What I'll put out there with that is that, I run the Black Man Can. It's something that we've talked about on our merchandise side is candles, but like, it's not something like I want to be a candle company, but more so a partnership, right? Like, what does the Black Man Can candles smell like? So I just want to put that out there as you grow. Think about the Black Man Can. It's something that we're thinking about in terms of partnerships for certain products that like, I'm not trying to have a whole warehouse of candles, but I absolutely can lend the name and the brand to a candle and then push it out to the general public. So,
sir, that's actually something we do where we actually incorporate scents into brand identities via private label. So I would love to further discuss that with you.
Awesome.
It's a great idea. Similarly, all the women in my life love candles. That's mom, that's fiance, that's sister first. I love the idea for me, I guess the manufacturing side of it, I think about and what you're doing currently manufacturing wise, what are your plans for manufacturing wise? And then the back thought is always your marketing ideas for growth. Like, what are you planning to put your marketing dollars towards?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll address the first component of that first as it relates to manufacturing. So we've actually invested in a space where we're actually able to manufacture candles and invested in a 65-pound wax melter. So with a 65-pound wax melter, that'll average make you about 120 candles an hour that are 8-ounce candles. So roughly, if we're working at that pace, we can easily manufacture anywhere between 800 to 1,000 candles a day, depending on what we're actually trying to solve for. We have a consistent account executive with our actual supplier who always gives us first priority to the supplies that we need. So we're actually able to stay on top of things that we're doing. And as our data analytics is growing, we're able to do even further forecasting to make sure that we're adequately staffed up with our inventory, which is an even better thing because as you buy in bulk, as I'm sure you gentlemen are aware, you can absolutely cut costs as it relates to shipping or as it relates to the quantity of things that you're buying from that regard. So that's the first component for our production component. As it relates to marketing, and this is one of the things that we really actually like to invest in further, but to date, we've actually gotten very consistent with our marketing consultant with establishing email chains, SMS text messaging. We're leveraging advertising via Facebook and Instagram. We also have partnerships that we're also working on establishing with different magazines and publications as well to further get our brand out there. And these are things that we've all been able to do just through our own or my own personal investments. And I definitely want to continue to grow that even further because we consistently get daily email inquiries from people who want to partner with us. And we want to be able to actually fund those different things from a marketing perspective so people actually can be even more aware of our brand, because I think it's primarily through our aesthetic that a lot of people are being drawn in and wanting to work with us and collaborate with us more.
To vote, visit raisefire.co and select today's event. Enter your donations for the pitches you love and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate. And finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days. And remember, there's a $5 minimum for your vote to count.
I thought that this was amazing. I think what's important here, one is like showcasing Black men in all these different spaces that we're in and we're making impact. I just want to offer up the Black Man Can as a platform for everybody to market, their ideas and their businesses, because that's what the Black Man Can is for. That's why I created it, and to tell stories of what we're doing. So I'm just honored to be a part of this. And like our whole intent is to tell stories. So, everybody here, even my fellow judges, like you doing something like, hey man, I want to get some awareness for this, DM me, email me, and we figure out what that looks like to put it on the page so that people can see the work that we're doing, right? And that's what the Black Man Can stands for. So I appreciate that opportunity to be a part of this and to build with everyone here, from the founders to the judges to the creators of Black Men Ventures. I hope that everybody has a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend.
I think it was an amazing evening, a collection of wonderful businesses, wonderful ideas. And in general, it was just an opportunity to amplify all voices. I think with entrepreneurs in general, there always are great ideas, but when you have the platform to present them, to network, to bring other folks that are knowledgeable, in different fields together, it just is a leg up in an otherwise very difficult path to success. So it's always wonderful to be involved in something like this, to make connections with new people. And that's what I encourage all entrepreneurs to do, to continue to connect, to continue to push forward your mission and what it is that you want to do and continue to grow. So I'm proud to be a part of it.
Now, again, I thought this was an awesome night. Congratulations to everybody who's made it this far. Like I was saying before, I've been here. I've had to raise money. It's hard to ask. It's hard to hear no, but just stick with it. I pray you all get it. And then once you get it, just have fun, because the money adds just as much good opportunity and excitement as it does challenges and headaches. So just know the money isn't going to solve everything. Keep with your missions. All of you have extraordinary missions, extraordinary goals. And any way I can help, always feel free to reach out. I can always be a voice box or an ear. But good luck and God bless you all.
This finished product titled 1915, Black Wall Street, prominent black family right here. Back then, this probably would be the equivalent of a Maybach things today, or Rolls Royce. So the inspiration, again, was depicting a fabulous black family from Black Wall Street in front of their businesses. My name is Demont Pender. You can find me on Black Men Ventures or DemontPender.com. Instagram, Demont Pender. Everything is Demont Pender. Signing off. Peace.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. A huge thank you to the contestants. You guys did an amazing job. Now, for those that already voted, we thank you on behalf of the participants and the members of BNV. And if you haven't voted yet, don't worry, you still have your opportunity. Just visit razorfire.co or blackmenventures.org. Voting will remain open for 7 days, so please share this with anyone that you feel may be interested. Now, if you want to stay in the know, or if you want to pitch in a future competition, or if you want to partner with us, then please visit blackmenventures.org. Have a blessed night.
To vote, visit razorfire.co and select today's event. Enter your donations for the pitches you love and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate, and finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days, and remember, there's a $5 minimum for your vote to count.